Hey, good morning, everyone. Thursday, the 3rd of September, 2020. 46 degrees. Kind of shitty out there. You know what? I'm not prepared, man. I'm telling you, I'm not prepared for this. I'm running the risk of getting caught with my pants down. And I'm telling you, people, that is not a pretty sight that anyone should have to see. Having said that, missed a video yesterday. Boy, I'll tell you what, you can't take a day off. A lot of stuff happens, and it happens fast. I'm all about stuff, getting it done, but stuff is also happening fast. I did not miss this. You hear what happened in Grand Forks, don't you? Oh, they're never going to do that again. Well, guess what? They did, but it wasn't Governor Doug Gates. No, it was the punk-ass mayor of Goyenville, North Dakota, also known as Grand Forks. Who says, as coronavirus numbers rise in Grand Forks County, mayor orders Grand Forks bars to close early. Okay, now, you know, part of the insanity, it's bad enough that this mayor thinks he can declare that, but they changed the closing from, 2 a.m. to 11 p.m.? Explain that to me, will you? You know what I'm saying? Well, Typhoid Mary drinks here. That's the bad news. But the good news is she has to leave at 11 p.m. at night. See, now, so it could have been worse. We could have left her sitting here drinking mint juleps at the end of the bar, flirting with the men until 2 a.m. But at least we're kicking her ass out at 11 p.m. What insanity, people. When are people going to say, that makes no goddamn sense? You're going to, Mona Corona numbers rise. So, bars, we're not going to shut you down totally, but you're closing at 11 p.m. Can I make that point any more crystal clear than that? Insanity, people. That's exactly what it is. And even far worse. I'm scrolling down this article, so be patient. Joe Black's. I've heard of it. It's supposed to be some big-name bar in Goyenville, North Dakota. Here's their post. I don't know, but it's Twitter. Oh, it's a Facebook post. Joe Black's, temporary change in business hours. Joe Black's, along with all other bars, will be closing at 11 p.m. nightly until further notice. Kitchen will be open until 10 p.m. Please plan accordingly and stay safe, friends. Hopefully, we can get back to normal hours soon. No shit. Joe Black's. Here's something you can try, Joe Black's. Shit in one hand and hope in the other and see what you get a handful of. Ridiculous. Hopefully. You know, what That's pussified Americans right there. Pure and simple. America is definitely a nation full of goddamn pussies. I don't know there's a nice way to say that. Ooh, yeah, well, wait a minute, Dave Corum. Don't you have 2 sons that own 3 bars, huh? And didn't they play the game when Governor Doug Gates put the hammer on them? Didn't they? You bet they did, people. Tell me something I don't know. Yeah, it's a point of contention to this very day. They counted the cost of what it's like to be an American, and they found the cost way too expensive. Hey, Joe Blacks, what do you do on the 4th of July? Drink specials, people. We're celebrating American Independence Day. Drink specials, people. Somebody go put a buck in the jukebox. Used to be a quarter, remember? Put a buck in the jukebox and play Lee Greenwood's God Bless the USA. God bless the Queen, mate. Pussies. Yeah. So, I don't doubt it. Yes. My kids counted the cost. Could not afford the cost of being American. And them, and a whole bunch of other thems and somebodies, and in my opinion, a bunch of goddamn nobodies, point their finger at me and say, hey, how did that work out for you, American Dave Corum? How you doing today? Oh, your credit cards all went south, huh? Oh, your trial's not even done yet. We're into September. Oh, you don't even have a pot to piss in, leave alone a window to throw it out. How's it working for you, American? Because we have never been busier. And look at you. You got to work a few shifts at the kids' bar to pick up a few extra shekels because you're unemployed. You're living on minimum Social Security and free VA medical. Yeah, hey, tell you what, people. Truth is a bitter pill. I don't like taking them any better than anyone else. But I'll tell you what. Very short time. I mean, in probably a couple of months, and I'm going to verify this. You stick with me. Saving your business is going to be the last thing on your mind. And I don't care if your business is bar grill. I don't care if you're a farmer rancher. I don't care if you're a truck driver, a welder, an electrician, a lawyer, a doctor. That's going to be the last thought on your mind, because the buses are coming, people. So I said buses like in plural. Yeah. You know why? Males on one bus, women and children on the other. And it doesn't matter what color the helmets, people. I think they're going to be blue when they round you up, but it doesn't matter. Because if you think Epstein and Dershowitz were pedophiles, you ain't seen nothing yet when they take you to the fun time camps, the FEMA camps. Oh no, they call them the quarantine camps. Sounds so much better, keeping the public safe, don't you know? So yeah, I got it. In a couple of months, it's going to be a very disappointing, depressing day for me, because I'm very humble, but once in a while a little arrogance slips out, and I kind of like to say, I told you so, but I'm going to get no pleasure out of telling you, nope. I'm not going to enjoy saying, I told you so. I ain't getting on the bus. I ain't wearing the mask, and I'm not taking the vax. I do not know what the rest of pussified America is going to do. I suspect they'll do whatever they're told, because it is a path of least resistance, and they claim to be like electricity. Okay, urgent from the CDC. Let me get over here. Oh, come on, work with me, you goddamn computer. Here we go. From the McClatchy, D.C. papers. Urgent request sent to states and push for corona vaccine delivery by, drumroll people, November 1st. Oh, you think that's because they want to get away from the mail-in elections? We got an election coming up? No. Here we go. Another doctor. Dr. Robert Redfield, director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, sent a letter last week to the nation's governors. Oh no, Doug Gates, with an urgent request. The Trump administration wanted them to do everything in their power to eliminate hurdles for vaccine distribution sites to be fully operational by November 1st. And Trump says he's got the military ready to roll. They will deliver those vaccines. Death Angel, number of other sites featured Max Egan. Probably doesn't ring any bells to you. He used to be a big-time YouTube content creator. Got his ass booted off YouTube, like so many other people do nowadays. Kind of said, there's a bunch of links here between Moderna and Fauci and Soros and IG Farben. You don't know what IG Farben is? Think World War II, people. Big-ass chemical company. They formed Moderna. Fauci was the first CEO. Well, it turns out the fact checkers are right. No, it's all bullshit. None of those points were correct. However, they're only correct in pointing out those particular points. It's like saying, hey, don't be saying that Bill Gates went to Epstein Island, because he didn't on the Lolita Express. No, he went to his penthouse apartment, downtown New York. Same difference. Google Bill Gates, Jeff Epstein, and read Bill Gates' apology. What took him so long to figure out that Mr. Nasty was Mr. Nasty? Yeah, well, they are linked together, people. Moderna is linked to the Bill and Melvin Gates Foundation, Mr. and Mr. Gates. Jeffrey Epstein is linked to Bill Gates. Dershowitz, the pedophile, charged as a pedophile. Trump's lawyer in the impeachment hearings, linked to this group. Soros, linked to Bill Gates. And Jared Kushner, the son-in-law of the president, linked to George Soros. What's that saying? Birds of a feather flock together, and so do Murray's. I'm telling you, you feel like you're almost standing over Murray's shoulder as he's looking at his private files sent from the homeland. Trust me on this one. So Dr. Fauci, Dr. Hicks, and Dr. Robert Redfield, the doctors. Why don't they do a TV show called The Doctors? Oh, I think they did. That's right. Moving on, people. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. Don't I have something here on Alan Dershowitz? Yeah, Dershowitz. I wonder who he is. Pay attention. Oh, come on, work, baby. I made these links so long ago. Yeah, I've got to refresh.
The vaccine is designed to protect us against typhoid Mary walking down the street and infecting us. The government has the right to compel that. Supreme Court decision, 1905, Jacobson versus Massachusetts. Smallpox vaccination and the government was permitted to compel. Many states have done the same thing. You can condition allowing kids to come to public school on having been vaccinated against contagious diseases, but we have to make sure the vaccine is safe, effective, tested, and that there are exemptions for people who have medical conditions that would make them uniquely vulnerable. But there's no room for religious objection.
Oh, really, Alan? I'll bet there is, if it's the religion of the tribe. I sure bet there's a religious exemption. I'll bet you get vaccine A and the Goy get vaccine B. Can't say for certain, but I'll bet that's a good possibility. All right, true news. Last 2 days, they have been just absolutely railing on the Christian Zios, the big mega churches, the John Hagees of the world, taking money from the state of Murrayville and using it to influence people in this country. And like he's going to say in this little brief clip here, people don't care. I'm not in a mega church. I don't listen to John Hagee. One more way that they control everything you think, do, and say. True News is absolutely right. You're in a matrix, pal. Rick Wiles, he's got you. And you don't do politics, well, they do you. But the Christian Zios are the number one lobby of the Republican National Committee. Number one. I can't even tell you who number two is because I might get a strike and get kicked out, but I bet you can figure it out. I bet you can. Kind of ties in with the very number one group. Okay, Rick, I think this is very fitting. Here we go. I hope this works. And, of course, because I've done these, I got up bright and early this morning, people.
So we want to remind you why we're talking about this, because you may be saying, okay, so these big preachers are getting Israeli money. What big deal? What's going to happen out of it? Well, first of all, it's an example of how Israel is controlling you. It's how they're controlling you. And you say, no, they're not. Oh, yes. You're in the matrix. You're living in the Zionist matrix. Try to get out of it. When you try to get out of it, it closes in on you. Because you don't, in their mind, you don't have a right to think freely.
Yes.
You're a captive person. You've been brought captive into the Zionist mind control matrix. And you have to think, talk, and act the way they say. And anybody who escapes has to be hunted down for civil elimination. Because you've escaped from the Goyim Zoo. And you're causing havoc. And so they have to round up the escaped Goyim who managed to find a hole in the fence and get out.
Oh, I love it. You guys should watch both parts. You really should. I recommend them. Do you take my advice? I don't know if you do or not. Wow, this video is running long. 13 minutes already. Okay, finally, I'm going to leave a link to this. There is a new challenger to YouTube. It's called Superfans, F-A-N-Z. Superfans.co. Haven't had time to check it out, but if you guys got some time, check out the links. Apparently, they are getting away with whatever they want to say, and it's very frustrating to be your ever-flexible, most fluid, and incredibly humble messenger up on the wall, and I'm operating under a gag order for fear of YouTube shutting me down. And I'm an American, people, believe it or not, and I do not like being told what I can say, when I can say it, who I can say it about. Hey, by the way, those buses, let me tell you something. When they round up the Goyim, you know, the escapees from the Goy Zoo, yeah, they don't discriminate. No, it's not just for whites, people. If you're black, if you're Hispanic, if you're Native American, you are Goyim, and you will be rounded up. All right, anyway, I'm jealous. True News has their own website where they feature their videos on. They are not controlled by anyone. I'm hoping big hopes. Yeah, watch I'll take my own advice. Shit in one hand and hope in there and see what I get. I'm looking forward to investigating superfans.co and see what they have to offer people that would like to say what's on their mind but can't. All right, people, I got to work at the, the kids have got to throw me a few bones, help the old man out a little bit. So I got to work at the bottom Peter Pit today and Saturday. Unbelievable. It's rough. Day in the life of a humble, flexible, fluid messenger. But right now, I got stuff to do. This video is going up early. It's only 4:30 now. The dogs have been run. You guys, try to enjoy the weather. Doesn't look good next week.